Hello everyone. Let's talk about countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So there are some nouns, some words that they are countable and some words that they are uncountable. In your pronunciation you can also say countable if you want or uncountable if you want. Because in American English after the N, if you have a T, the T is not pronounced. So you can say countable nouns, uncountable nouns. Okay, so what is countable nouns or uncountable nouns? They are nouns, they are words that is possible to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there are some nouns that we don't count them, not possible to count. Example, person is countable or uncountable? Person is countable, exactly, because we can say one person, two people. Cars, countable. What else? Markers, countable, one marker, two markers, three markers. But there are some words like feelings, like love or patience. Some feelings that we don't count, like how much love. It's possible to say how much love we have for someone. It's not possible to measure. It's not possible to count for love, 4 or 5. Like it's not possible to count. Liquid also we don't count. Water or juice or gasoline. Meat we don't count. Bread we don't count. Precious metals we don't count. Money we don't count. And a lot of other examples we don't count. Okay, so if you are saying that I don't count gasoline, how do I go to a gas station and fuel my car? Okay, so for every word that we don't count, we have a way to count them. So the word is not countable and we consider the word as a word that is not possible to count. We treat the word as uncountable word. However, we can count using the quantifiers. Some units are possible, or not some units can be used, but also some words to refer to some quantity. Not necessarily I know the number, the exact number of the quantity. Okay. Let's give examples here. We can, talking about gasoline, about liquids. How we go to a gas station and we fuel the car. We can use the units like gallons, 40 gallons, 40 liters, 10 gallons. So we can use here for meat, we can use kilograms. Okay, what else we can use? For bread, we can use loaf of bread, 1 unit of bread, 1 loaf of bread, 1 slice of bread. For meat, again, I can also use a steak, so it's 1 slice of meat. Steak we can count, but we don't count chicken, pork, beef. These we don't count. Okay, some possible units. Kilo or kilograms, 1 kilo, 2 kilos, 4 kilos. Miles, very commonly used in the United States. Here in Brazil, we don't use very much kilometers. Meters is more commonly used here. In the United States, they don't use meters, but maybe feet. Feet is the equivalent one to meter in the United States. We use centimeters. In the United States, they use inches. Milliliters we use here. In the United States, they use ounce for milliliters of water, for example, or coffee. Loaf of bread, 1 loaf of bread, 2 loaves of bread, 4 loaves of bread. How many loaves of bread do you eat a day? Carton or carton. Be careful, not cartoon. Carton. A carton is like a container, a box. What do we have in cartons? We can have eggs in cartons. Like you have a carton of eggs, you have a lot of eggs, 12 eggs, 30 eggs. You're going to have a carton of juice, you can have a carton of milk, We're gonna have a carton of chocolate milk. Okay, we're gonna have many types of liquids in cartons. Bottle of beer, bottle of something. Can is the metal can. Cup of coffee, cup of tea, a glass of water, a spoon. So we have many kinds of units that we can use to count things that are not countable. So if we talk about love, love is not countable. If we talk about gasoline, the word gasoline is not countable. However, we can say 4 gallons of gasoline or 10 liters of gasoline. Yeah, liters is countable, or the unit liter in gallon is countable, but not the word gasoline. If you talk about money, money is not countable, but dollars are countable. So you can count $20 and $30, but not 20 monies. It's not possible. Meat, you can say not a lot of beef or a lot of beef, but you don't say beefs. You don't put in the plural, because you don't put in the plural, it's not possible to count. So you need to say slices of meat or steaks or kilos or grams. Okay, so these are units. You can refer to the quantity of something using numbers, by using the units. But sometimes you don't want to use numbers. When you don't want to use numbers, you can use some words here. These words here, you don't say the exact quantity. You don't say 2, 3, 10, but you say some amount, large amount or not very large amount. So to ask a question, for example, about something that we count, about a countable noun, we use how many. So how many is used in questions to ask the quantity of countable noun. So you complete here with a countable noun. How many cars, because car we count, how many cars are there in your garage? How many cars are there in your garage? So you put in the plural, cars are there, in the plural. Or how many people are there in your house? How many people? How many students are there in your class? But when this is uncountable, we use how much, not how many. How much water is there in your bottle? Or how much gasoline is there in your car? We don't use are there here, we use is there, because we don't count. If we don't count, we don't put it in the plural. We just say is there. How much gasoline is there? How much water is there? How much coffee is there? Okay? To talk about a large quantity, we use many or a lot for countable, much or a lot for uncountable. Lower quantity or low quantity, we use few for countable, a few people, or few cars, a few degrees. But for uncountable, we use little money, little gasoline, little water. For countable things, you can use RN if you're talking just about one. So this is in the singular for things that we count: a person, a car, an elephant, an honest person. Okay? But you can also use when you don't want to talk about the quantity, the exact quantity. You don't want to talk about the numbers. You don't know the numbers. Like, how many people are there on the street right now? I don't know how many. There are some people. There are some. You were saying that there are some people there, like a quantity of people, but you don't know exactly if 10, 20, 15. So you say, there are some people there. I don't know exactly the number, but there are some. Some you can use in both cases, but you use some in affirmative sentences, use any in negative sentences, but they can also be used, some and any, in questions. But I choose if I use some or any in questions. This is my decision. Not exactly. You use some in questions that you offer and some in questions that you request. Offer, request. Like, would you like some water? You are offering water. Would you like some water? This is a question. And you say, would you like some water? Or when you don't offer, you request. You say, can I have some water? Can I have some water, please? Or could I have some water, please? Would you like some water? Can I have some water? Any using negative, like, I don't need any gasoline for the car. In this case, it's gasoline, so this is uncountable. I don't need any gasoline for the car. Or I don't know any person with this name. Okay? So let's practice the exercises we have in our portal, in your book too, and hopefully the things will be good to go later. So thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.